Hello, good day to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Mindfulness for Busy People. In this space, you are encouraged to bring your busyness with you. It is welcome, and I'm not going to judge it or get you to be ultra quiet or ultra still. And I want to show you how to bring some mindfulness alongside your busy life, because it will increase your capacity. It will center and ground you to enjoy what you're doing more. It will extend your perseverance, endurance, and resiliency. So it's a lot like physical training for physical people. Um, Maybe athletes that do a little bit of training every day, but all humans use their minds most of the day, every day. And so mindfulness is a variety of exercises that you can do in a variety of ways and settings to be a better human. And so wherever you are and however you are, and whatever it is that you are doing, know that you are welcome as you are. Technology, in my understanding of it, is what has me sitting still in a central place, but otherwise I would be walking around and being busy with you. And so I want to invite you to join me now in just taking a deeper breath and just sigh it out. And just tilt your head side to side if that feels good. As you do that, just notice how your spine feels, the back of your neck. Then tilt your head forward and back. Try to go as slow as you can. Just let your breath naturally do what it wants to do. Just turn your nose over your shoulder. And pause here in the center. And just see what you notice feeling, what you notice thinking, without analyzing it, without judging or do anything with it. I notice myself some tension, some tightness. Yeah, and notice how your mind actually extends here through the back of your neck and all the way down your spine. And think about how your nervous system then extends from your spine all around to every crook and cranny in your body. That's one of the reasons we say your body is your mind. There's no place in your body that the nervous system is not connected to. So let me ask you to go back to those head turns with your nose over your shoulder. We're going to do a vagus nerve exercise. So you're going to leave your nose over your shoulder. And it might feel good for you to just to stretch. Bring your hands behind your head and pull your elbows out. You can also keep your head to the side that way. And then move your eyes around in every direction without moving your head. And then bring your head back to center. If your arms are stretched up, stretch them out. And bring them in front. Then turn your head over the other shoulder. Move your eyes in all directions without moving your head. You might notice a yawn or a deeper breath just spontaneously happening. And that is the reset of that vagus nerve, the longest nerve in our body. So see how you're feeling now. Are there words to describe it? And scan your body for sensations now farther down from your neck, just into your back, into your torso and your hips, down through your legs, just scanning for any sensations, any information. Just kind of saying hello as you let your awareness travel. Can wiggle your toes, can pump your feet up and down a couple times, and then your heels. Extend your knee out and in. And tighten your glutes and relax. Tighten your abdomen, relax it. Raise your shoulders and relax them. Make a fist and relax. And a fist. Tightening your arms and relax. Scrunch your face up and relax it. Clench your jaw and relax it. And just tap up here on top of your head for a moment. Just notice what this feels like. And make your thought intentional, how you are your whole body. and beyond into your energetic body. And let's take our hands and just kind of make some friction and just think about, is there anything energetically, emotionally, mentally that just want to wipe off, brush away? Maybe it was important recently and it's just not important anymore. And hold your hands together, push them in, and relax. Grab your fingers together. See if you can relax your shoulders and pull your hands away from each other and your shoulder blades away from each other. As we're doing these mindfulness exercise, you might find yourself feeling more relaxed, or you might find yourself just feeling bigger, like there's more space, that you're taking up more space in your room. Maybe that the things around you are not overcrowding you as much. These are some of the benefits of mindfulness. And the pause, you'll notice that I practice the pause frequently. Um, the pause is like the missing link in society. Uh, it is just simply noticing, wait, where am I? Who am I? And how do I want to be acting right now? The value of the pause. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing is totally fine. Look around you and name three beautiful things. Three beautiful things. Now name three things in process that are incomplete, that you can see or that you know. Just name three things that are in process, incomplete. And where would you say one of those things is at in its process? Is it at the beginning process? Is it at a middle or a ending process, or is it maybe at a do-over or a refining process? Where would you say? Yeah, and let's have appreciation for process. It is the way of the planet that we live on. Everything is in process. It's in a season, it's in a flow. The human occupants are usually the exception to that. Um, but that's where we are at our best when we are also in process and in sync with our seasons and cycles and flows. All right, name three things that are making your life wonderful. Three things that are making your life wonderful. And open your heart for some appreciation of these things. Like, really let appreciation out for these three things that are making your life wonderful. And join me in taking a deeper breath and then sighing out your exhale. Ah. And notice if there's any impact to gratitude practice that we just did. Gratitude is like medicine. What kind of medicine does it feel like to you? So, you've been doing some mindfulness exercises for about 20 minutes now, and see how you feel. And if that's all you can do today, that is wonderful. Hope to see you back here. If you want to keep trucking on, we have a few more mindfulness exercises before we go into our deeper dive, our series on returning to a childlike mind. So, we're going to do a breathing exercise. Is Breathing is natural, but breathing better takes practice. And just like athletes practice their skills and their sport, they have to practice their breathing as well, because your capacity for controlling your breathing, flowing with your breath, increases your capability and capacity, which is kind of easy to understand if you're an athlete, but the same thing is also true for the mind. So, the brain, the nervous system wants oxygen all the time. And it really benefits from rhythmic and synchronized intentional breath work, and that will give you some deeper capability and more capacity. So let's do a um, guided imagery breath exercise. We haven't done one of these in a while. And let me invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Or here's another great idea for a busy mind is you can get something to draw with, and you can like draw this imagery as a way of putting yourself there. You can also just doodle and let that distract some parts of you, and then just follow my guidance to the rest of it. Whatever works best for you, play around with it. You're welcome to do all of these exercises at 5% to 100%. Um, it's your practice. So I'm going to close my eyes and use my imagination that way to practice this breath exercise. And I invite you to take yourself to a body of water. Just allow your mind to choose for you. It'll probably choose something familiar, something pleasurable. Doesn't matter where the body of water is or what kind. And as you arrive there to this body of water, take a deep breath in and smell what it smells like. Do that a couple more times. Make sure you're really capturing all of the smells in the air that your human nose can pick up. And now we're going to um, focus on the exhale. And so this body of water is moving somehow. Notice how it's moving. See if you can get your breath to move with it, making the exhale exaggerated. As the body of water moves, let your exhale move the water. Just trust your imagination to have you where you are. Make your exhale a little bit bigger, like the wind. See if you can move any of the water with your own wind. One more time. Just return to your normal breathing and just notice what that experience was like for you. Now we're going to ask our imagination to bring us a boat, and just trust whatever boat your imagination brings you, and get in that boat and get out on the body of water. And this water is going to move the boat and move you in the boat. And I'm going to suggest that you try to put most or all of your attention to being in this imaginary boat, on this imaginary body of water, and let your breath sink to the movement of the water. So your sink is going to be different than mine. Doesn't have to be slow, doesn't have to be calm. Just trust your body and your breath to sync up with this imagery. And you just keep your attention here. Keeping your attention here, notice if there's a pattern. Just go with the pattern of breathing that your mind and your body synchronize together. And smile at yourself for this, all these amazing capacities, and make your way off the boat, off the body of water, standing on ground, looking at the water, appreciating that you are mostly water. Yeah, so there's a breathing exercise. Um, that one takes a little bit longer, but notice what it's like for you. Maybe you're tapped out and you got to run, get on with your day. I'm confident that whatever you've done here will go with you. And if you can continue to hang out, um, we're going to continue some more mindfulness exercises. We're going to return to child's mind and listen to a children's story called Listening to My Body by Gabby Garcia. And while we listen to the story, we're going to be moving so that we can be listening to our body. And so if you need some extra space or need something to help yourself be more comfortable, now would be a good time to make that happen. And just to get us a little bit centered and focused on this concept of a child's mind, what are the attributes of children's minds? Just notice what comes into your consciousness here. What about for you as a child? What were the characteristics and attributes of your mind? And how connected do you feel to those characteristics and attributes today? And how do you think it would be for you to have access and ability to utilize these childlike attributes in your daily life as an adult? Do you notice any judgments, any hangups or hindrances to having childlike attributes as an adult? Are there any hurts or wounds around your childlike nature? And if so, just welcome those feelings or memories. We're not here to change them, but we recognize that we carry all of our history with us, and just see what happens in this experiment of returning to some childlike activities and um, how that is beneficial for your mind, how your body responds to that. And we will trust that healing is natural and will happen in its time. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to stand up. I just want to invite you to find a comfortable way to be connected with your body as you are listening to this story.
A guide to help kids help kids understand the connection between sensations and feelings so that way they can get better at figuring out what they need. By Gabby Garcia, illustrated by Ying Hui Tan. My body is my friend. It tells me lots of things. I yawn when I'm tired. My stomach growls to let me know I'm hungry. And sometimes I get goosebumps when I'm cold. This happens on its own, without me doing anything. I may not even notice that it's happening, but I can start paying attention to my body, and so can you. Let's practice. Look closely at the palm of your hand. Trace the lines of your palm softly with your finger. When you finish, switch hands. How did that feel? When I pay attention and listen to my body, I notice many different sensations. Sensations are physical feelings we all have inside and outside our bodies. Cold, sweaty, strong, and breathless are examples of some sensations. Have you felt those before? Let's practice. Rub your hands together quickly for 30 seconds. You should notice some heat, tingles, sweat. Anything else? Those are sensations. The sensations in my body are always changing. There's times when my body is so wiggly and squirmy that it's like having ants in my pants. At other times, my body is calm and still. Sometimes the beat of my heart is like a gentle tap. Sometimes it feels like a pounding drum. Place your hand over your heart and find its beat, and then jump up and down quickly 15 times. Place your hand on your heart again. You should notice that your heartbeat should go faster. I can also listen to my body for clues about how I'm feeling, about the things happening around me. Feelings are not good or bad. They're something we all experience. Curious, proud, and scared are a few feelings we all have. What other feelings can you name? What I've learned from listening to my body is that sensations and feelings go together. I noticed that when I got to ride a roller coaster for the first time, I was super excited that I was finally tall enough to ride it. But I also felt nervous as I climbed on board. My belly felt squishy and fluttery. My mom calls that having butterflies in your stomach, but I thought it felt more like a kitty chasing ping pong balls down there. What sensations do you notice when you're excited or nervous? When I got off the roller coaster, I was buzzing and tingling all over. My eyes were like saucers, and I had a smile plastered on my face. I felt awesome. Let's practice. Place your hand on your belly and take 10 deep breaths. Notice your belly as it moves in and out with each breath. How does your belly feel? Soft, relaxed, tight, something else? Sometimes when I'm sad, I get a lump in my throat that makes it hard to talk or breathe. Soon, warm tears roll down my face, and I may start to cry harder. Crying makes me feel better, and so do hugs. We all feel sad at times. What do you need when you're sad? Let's practice. Wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself a gentle hug. Move your hands up and down your arms. Squeeze a little tighter and find what feels best for you. My mom once explained to me that sensations and feelings are like the waves in the ocean. Some come crashing in, while others roll in gently, and they come and go. We can't stop the waves from coming, but we can pay attention to them so they don't knock us over. Sometimes my skin gets burning hot, and my jaw and fists feel hard as rocks. That happened to my body the last time I got really angry at my sister. She just destroyed the puzzle I was working on all afternoon. I stomped my feet and slammed the door, but I really wanted to kick it. But then I remembered to take deep breaths and blow out through my lips like a horse, and it didn't take long for my jaw and hand to relax, and for my skin to cool down. The angry feeling and sensations faded away. Blowing horse lips made me feel a little silly, and it tickled. I decided to put the puzzle on the table, so my sister couldn't reach. Let's practice. Close your mouth so that way your lips touch gently. Inhale through your nose and blow a strong puff of air through your mouth so that way your lips flap like a horse's. Try that a couple times. What do you notice? How do your lips and jaw feel? Sometimes I get overwhelmed and need help from a grown up. On the first day of school, I woke up super early because I couldn't stop thinking about what my new class would be like. My stomach felt like it was tied in knots, so I didn't eat breakfast. In class, it was hard for me to focus on what my new teacher, Miss Morgan, was saying, and my body was shaky. When it was time to line up, I accidentally bumped my desk and knocked my stuff all over the floor. Everything was going wrong. Miss Morgan helped me pick up my things, and I took deep breaths like she reminded me. I told her about my morning, and she explained that our brains have a hard time thinking when our bodies are tired and hungry. Miss Morgan thought I would feel better if I had a snack and rested in a quiet area while the class was at recess. She was right. I was calm and able to focus, so the rest of my day went much better. It's okay to get help when we need it. Who's an adult who helps you? At other times when I'm upset, I can figure out what I need on my own by listening to my body. I can pay attention to my breathing, my heart rate, the temperature on my skin, or any other sensation. Am I hungry or thirsty? Tired or full of energy? Is my belly tense and tight or soft and relaxed? These are just some questions I can ask myself. I can also try to name my feelings. Do I feel peaceful or playful? Confused or frustrated? Hurt or cranky? There are many different ways I may be feeling, and they are all okay. Listening to my body and naming what I feel takes practice, but it helps me figure out what I need. Do I need to have a snack, drink some water, or get some rest? Do I need to take deep breaths or sing my favorite song? Do I need to sit in a quiet place alone or go outside and jump around? I can color or draw, dance, cuddle with my dog, or hang around someone I love. These are things that I do that help me feel calm, happy, or peaceful. Everybody's different, so you get to decide what feels best for you. The more I practice listening to my body, the better I get at responding with care and kindness for myself. I can get better at listening, and so can you. The end.
All right, let's do some reflection on listening to your body, My Body by Gabby Garcia. What are your highlights, initial noticings? How would you label your relationship with your body? Is it friendly, contentious? What are the sensations that you are most familiar with, that are most common to you? What are the sensations that are most uncomfortable for you? Maybe pushes you to being busy so that you don't listen to them. Where do you feel like your strengths and weaknesses are in listening to your body and naming your feelings? Are you strong at noticing your sensations, or is that a weaker area? About responding to your sensations? Is that a strength or a weakness? How about your feelings? Is that a strength or a weakness at noticing your feelings? What about naming your feelings or sensations? Is that a strength or a weakness? And do you have someone that supports you listening to your feelings and your sensations? Do you have someone that you can ask for help whenever you are off balance, needing to feel better? And most surely you're in a process of listening, relating to your body and to your feelings. And how would you name or characterize that process? How would you describe it? Is it a beginning of a process or deepening of the process or recovering a process or learning? How would you describe where you are in this process? And what are some of the easiest ways that you practice relating to your body, listening to it? And what are some ways that you would like to practice, like to do more of, or get some guidance on? And last, as we close out today, what would you like to say to your body for carrying you through life thus far, for repairing and restoring itself whenever it gets injured or gets sick, for digesting and processing all that you take in from the outside world, from your food to your social media? We have amazing bodies, and my hope is that we have a good relationship with it, and that it carries you through the rest of your day and week and the rest of your life with peacefulness and hope and harmony. Thanks for practicing mindfulness with me today. And I always look forward to seeing you here again. Take good care.